Be prepared for the journey ahead. It's some windy road. There's a huge cultural mix here. It's like a melting pot. There's descendants of India, Africa, Europe, and China, which has led to what Mauritius has become today. I'm Delaney, and I'm currently on a flight to an island that I didn't know even existed until about 2 months ago. This island is 1,200 miles off the coast of Africa. Welcome to Mauritius. Well, turns out there's a lot I didn't know about Mauritius because I just came to pick up a rental car and we'll be driving on the right side for the first time in my life. No, left side. Passenger princess looks a little different in Mauritius. Here's our humble abode for 2 days, our car, and the view. This is unbelievable. It's day 2 in Mauritius, and we are here in Chamarel, which we barely made it to after driving on the opposite side of the road for the first time ever through a very impressive downpour, basically a monsoon. And these next 2 days, we're spending it high atop the mountains on this volcanic island, miles from the beaches. We have lots of sights to see, so let's go. We are currently at this 7-colored earth park. It is stunning. All of these basalt rocks were oxidized, and the different oxidation processes change the colors to reds, purples. It's gorgeous. These are the Aldabra tortoises that come from the Seychelles and were moved here in the 1880s. Unfortunately, Mauritius no longer has their own native species of tortoises because they went extinct due to hunting. We've descended the mountain and now we are off to Le Morne. We are somewhere between Le Morne and Flickenflack, trying to find our way around Mauritius, and we stumbled upon this outdoor mall with a lot of Christmas going on. So we're here celebrating. We are spending a lot of time in our opposite-sided car today. We didn't make it to Flickenflack. We instead ended up in a suburb, I would say, suburb area. It was very nice. I want to talk a little bit about what I've learned of Mauritius so far, because obviously it's such a new place and I didn't know much about it. But what I have learned is that Mauritius was quite a quiet volcanic island until it was colonized or ruled by the Dutch, French, and the British ages ago. And there's still a lot of French influence today. And that's, you could tell that from the languages, right? So French, English, and Mauritian Creole are widely spoken here. There's no official language, but those are the most commonly spoken languages. And we've heard all of them since being here. Obviously, I'm not an expert on Mauritius, but I've also learned that from my understanding, there's a huge cultural mix here. It's like a melting pot. There's descendants of India, Africa, Europe, and China, which has led to what Mauritius has become today. Also, a word to the wise, if you decide to visit, you can too rent a car. You can do it. Be prepared for the journey ahead. It's some windy roads, and it's quite an adventure, but I think it adds to the experience. We're going back to Chamarel to enjoy the last few hours of sun and the sunset atop the mountain. We are off to our next stay and the next location, but we're doing a detour to Port Louis first. I just stopped at a beautiful, beautiful temple you can see behind me. And there's signs that say you must wear decent clothing, so my shorts and current fit doesn't fit the bill. So out of respect, I just walked around and took some photos from the outside, as the message says. But this is going to be in my Google Maps link if you'd like to visit. It's in Port Louis. And there's a wedding happening. After descending the mountain and crossing Mauritius, we've ended up in Palmar. This is a life.
Now, there's one famous part of Mauritius that I haven't mentioned yet, and that is a bird you may or may not have heard of, though obviously I can't film it today. The dodo is the symbol of Mauritius, but not for the reason you think. The dodo wasn't just extinct, it was completely oblivious to danger because it evolved without natural predators. When humans arrived, it was literally too trusting to survive, and I think that's a perfect metaphor for the other side of this trip. This resort is beautiful. I mean, the food is infinite, and the only downside is it feels like a bit of a bubble. Here's the thing about the economics of an all-inclusive model. It's designed to keep your money in the resort. That's why everything is here. But when you stay inside, you miss the actual pulse of the island. You miss the local food, the Creole language, and the markets. I realized the only decision I had to make this week was which free meal to order next. And honestly, that was a bit of a failure in my connection quest. Luckily, we befriended some other guests and people here at the resort. I met Bram and Faustina, who are interning here as a part of their hotel management program. Bram wants to open a restaurant after he graduates. I met an Italian-Canadian couple. I met an English duo. I met a woman and her boyfriend from South Africa. Suddenly, the bubble was a bit more broken by those within it together. We all shared Mauritian food here at the resort. I even befriended our car rental representative who, for the first time ever, picked up the car from the hotel to simplify things. So unlike any other place I've ever been, we're able to return our rental car through pickup service, which was amazing. We don't have to worry about the stress of driving to the airport at 6 a.m, right before we leave for our early flight. He raved about his home here. He's grown up in Mauritius his whole life, and he told me that the beauty is in the democracy and the coexistence of cultures and religions. There will be a Christian church 20 meters from a mosque and 20 meters from a temple. He used the example of Hinduism and Christianity as peaceful neighbors here. Good morning from Mauritius. Last day in Mauritius. Time for some sunrise yoga to celebrate, if we can find it. The real Mauritius is a brilliant, complicated blend of history, culture, and nature. It's not just a beach, it's the legacy of the dodo, the legacy of the people, and the stunning volcanic mountains. So, which one won? The mountain escape or the inclusive resort? Neither. Honestly, the Mauritius you see on the postcard is only half the story. The best trip is the one where you're willing to break the rules, spend 2 days hiking and moving nonstop so you can appreciate the rest of the trip where everything is simple and all in one place. I came here unknowing and I left educated. This island is truly a marvel. If you want to see my next attempt at connection, click here and subscribe to join the rest of the journeys.